Hey, this is Mass X with a brand new Echocalypse video. We're going to talk about my favorite 5 characters, okay? And probably no shocker to anybody is Shahara. This character is so good for anybody. It doesn't make a difference if you're free to play. It doesn't make a difference if you're a big spender. It doesn't make a difference if you're a light spender. This character is stupidly good. Her skill set's sick. You know, we don't care about that as much as we care about full pine power. Grant a shield of 218% of attack to the 3 allies with the lowest HP. When she owns tails, the shield effect is increased by 50%. She additionally applies full pine protection to all allies for 2 rounds and gains 1 tail. I mean, this is when she's fully leveled up, but man, she's just a stupidly sick unit. And even not even starred up, she can give such a benefit to your team. Just hands down one of the best investments of a character to get in this game. Next is probably my favorite DPS in the game, another character that I think is good for anybody. Just a stupid DPS in this game, and if you've got her or played her, then you know boom is it. The Angry Awakener shows no mercy with that huge impact, deals 158% magic damage to all enemies with bonus true damage equal to 12% of each target's max HP, up to 240% of Awakener's attack, so stack that attack. She can cast the skill again for free, which is just sick, which deals 50% base damage and 50% true damage, but will not trigger a free cast again. This skill and pursuit come with a 50% crit rate. I mean, come on. She's just stupid, and she is a juggernaut for a DPS. Griff is another solid DPS I think works well with anybody based on with your game. If you're free to play or a spender, she's just great, okay? And looking at her Radiant Incarnation, Griff uses all of her magic to attack, dealing magic damage at 349% attack to a row of enemies. Griff gains Radiance for 2 rounds. She deals extra true damage equal to 50% of her lost HP, plus 50% of her current shield points. The skill has an additional 50% crit rate and crit strength and Radiance. Block rate plus 50%. When taking active attacks and triggering a block, she launches 1 normal attack, and that can happen 3 times. Her and Aiken together is just craziness on the field. Now, an incredibly good support, Levia. I mean, just crazy when it comes down to what she can do. Her Divine Executioner unleashes a blast of light at the start of battle. Levia gains 2 rage. When retreating, she casts her skill 1 more time. Couple that with her Radiance Imprint. The heavenly judgment shall befall the world. Deals 140% magic damage to all enemies. There's a 100% chance, yes, 100% chance to restore 2 rage for herself and another allied row, and grant Radiance to herself and the targeted allied row for 2 rounds. Radiance, the next active attack, deals 20% more damage, and it can stack. Yeah, love that. Now, looking at her Divine Retribution, she deals 106% magic damage when fully leveled to a single row. There's a 50% chance to restore 2 rage. She's a freaking rage machine, which is great in this game. And last but not least is Audrey for healing. I really like this character. She works well, especially with the characters that we've been talking about just now. And her Upchange command, okay? She casts a spell to support her teammates, granting back row allies regen for 2 rounds, 100% chance to add 2 rage for all targets, increase the crit of the target with the highest attack by 40% for 2 rounds. The HP of the back row targets with less than 50% HP is restored to 50%. The single recovery value does not exceed 1000% of Audrey's attack. Regen at the start of each round, recover HP equal to 229% of the applier's attack. Craziness, okay? I mean, she has so much to offer. Solid on the field and has such synergy, especially with the characters we've talked about just now. Those are definitely my top 5. Now, looking at some runner-ups, Kiki, don't think she's as good as she was. Doesn't mean she's bad. Still a hell of a DPS. Does a damn good job. If you need a healer, Nephthys is right there. Just right there. Another solid character. If you happen to have this one instead, there is nothing wrong with using her. She is solid. I really like Shiyu, but it's a character that I think needs a little too much investment, so I can't recommend it to everybody. But don't get me wrong, great character. Her supernova, excellent. Just an all-around solid character. Pan Pan is another runner-up, a really solid multi-dimensional character. I know it says healing, but when you look at her lab no liability, I mean, she grants the shield equal to 20% of her max HP to all allies. She blocks the next control effect for the allies in her row. She removes 2 random attribute debuffs from the allies in her same row. And she grants all allies burst shield for 2 rounds. And what's burst shield? Crit rate plus 30% when having a shield. Just absolutely a great character. Last but definitely not least is Niz. Niz is a really solid character. As you can see, a control character, AoE control. She has a lot to put out there on the table and can really be game changing for you, mattering on your team build. But that's kind of it. For me, though, that top 5 is Griff, Aiken, Shahara, Livia, and Audrey. Love them. As you can see, I use Vivi in my setup with them, but all in all, you can't go wrong with any of those. And like I said, the other ones I named before, Shiyu, Kiki, Pan Pan, Niz, Nephthys, all good characters, but my favorite, probably my top 5 in the game right now, for what they can do for anybody, is definitely what you see on the screen, especially the Shahara, Aiken, Griff, Livia, Audrey. Let me know what your preferences are, what you're currently running in the game, or if you've got a twist and you're using something else but it's being really good for you, and what are your favorite characters. With that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.